We're almost at the end of 2025, and I am not going into the new year with my life a mess. It's definitely been a chaotic year, from getting laid off and landing a new job to planning our wedding. It's been so hard to stay on track with all my goals. So today, we're doing a full reset for my space, my goals, my self-care to fully get locked in before the new year. This is going to be the most productive video you've ever seen. I don't know, hopefully. Anyways, hi guys. Today we have the day off and I'm up bright and early because I have a massive to-do list of things that we have put off for so long. I really want to spend today kind of doing a reset, getting myself back on track before the end of the year. Honestly, our entire place is a mess. We were sick last week. We had a bunch of things come up, so it's not been great. I want to do a little bit of self-care, so like hair mask, nails, teeth whitening. I need to work out and then spend time figuring out what my goals and plans are, and then maybe doing some brainstorming for 2026, and then also a little bit of wedding planning, and then working on my YouTube. It's a lot. It's a meaty list. So let's dive on in. To make today as productive as possible, I'm time blocking my calendar. This is how I'm breaking down my massive to-do list without feeling overwhelmed. Taking just 10 minutes to do this upfront definitely helps prevent decision fatigue. I'm not constantly wondering what to tackle next. And here's the plan for today. First order of business is super fun, and that is dealing with our ant problem. We've literally had such an issue for the past 2 months. Finally found out that they are coming from the wall here. So we've been laying some sugar borax traps. They're a reason our house has been so messy. So I'm gonna get this more tidied up. Then we're gonna start with cleaning the kitchen, decluttering, and see how far we get. This silly ant problem has been taking up so much mental space, so I'm tackling this first just to get the mental load off. Sometimes you just have to clear out the small annoying stuff before your brain has any room to actually focus on important things. Okay, now that I've actually moved that there, we don't need this entire setup to block Milo from coming towards the box, so I can finally put things away. So really, it was just a tidying up exercise. Anyways, let's clean up the rest of the space. So I love throwing on an audiobook when I'm cleaning. It's such a good way to habit stack and makes cleaning feel more enjoyable because I'm learning at the same time, keeping my brain engaged instead of just zoning out. Anyway, tidying up is such a critical part of my reset because I am a huge believer in clear space, clear mind. Seeing mess just brings more mental clutter, and it feels like I physically can't think as clearly when my environment is chaotic. Cleaning this space is a prerequisite to just being able to intentionally sit down and work later today. Our space definitely looks better. It's about 5 minutes until I'm supposed to do my workout. So I'm gonna go into the room and change. I realized I did not build in transition time between my time block. We're gonna just have to be 5 minutes early on everything. There are a few other things that I should probably tidy up towards the end of the day, but maybe I'll do those on like break times, which I also did not factor in. But I would say we're at 90%. So let's go get changed and then work out. Totally forgot to let Milo out. Oops. Go potty. Also forgot that we need to strip the bed. Okay, we have made it in the gym about 7 minutes late. I'm kind of worried my time blocking is a little too ambitious. Maybe I'm gonna move a few things back. I'm supposed to work out for the next 45 minutes. I need to go get cleaning supplies. Yeah, we're gonna have to shift things back a little bit. Let's just start working out. Over the past month, I've been pretty consistent with working out and it's felt really, really good. I really believe in the never miss twice rule when building a habit, aka it's fine to miss a day, maybe 2 if you're sick, but over 2 days, that's when I feel like the habit starts slipping for me. So I always make sure to get back on track before the 3rd day. Not about being perfect, just about building habits that stick. Okay, sped through that workout. It is 8:46, so about 40 minutes for my workout. We need to go to the store, but before I do that, I am going to put in whitening strips, oil my hair, and then also move the clothes. And then let's get running. Self-care tasks are some of my favorite things to habit stack because they need time to sit anyway, and I can be productive while they work for me. It's also just really important for my mental state, and taking care of my physical body shows me that I'm actually making myself a priority. All right, we are finally on our way to the store. I am learning just how much time transitions actually take. I'm always like, yeah, habit stack is so easy. Just throw these strips on, just oil my hair, but that actually takes an extra 15 minutes to prep. This will be a good learning lesson for how to actually time block my day in the future. Carrick is at home today, sick. I am grabbing him a couple of things and food in addition to getting cleaning items for the bathroom. Let's do it. It is 9:35. The time I actually slotted for this was to clean our bathrooms, mainly our shower, which has like gross stuff in the grout and tiles on the ground. But what I realized is I need to actually put the cleaner down and let it sit for a while. So I'm gonna go do that, tidying up our room while it sits, and then clear the bathroom, take our shower. But yeah, we are definitely behind schedule. Did not plan this day the best. Okay, cleaning the bathroom is truly my least favorite activity, which is probably why it's gotten so gross. But every time I take a shower, I'm just like, ew, and showers are supposed to be restorative, you know? So I'm making this a priority today because I deserve a space that actually feels good to be in. Since the shower is not clean yet, we will have to move taking my everything shower down, and I'm gonna start my planning session now instead. To be honest, I haven't actually thought through exactly what I want to achieve out of this planning session. So I'm gonna spend the first 5 minutes writing down my goals and then figure out how I'm gonna allot time to everything. I probably should have done this earlier, but better to start like this than to just kick things off randomly. Quick little brainstorm. Essentially, with this planning session, I want to figure out how I can wrap up 2025 strong. I feel like there have been so many competing personal priorities in my life this year. Honestly, I don't think those things are going to change, and that's okay. But I also just need to ensure that I can make realistic goals for myself and building my business, my content, alongside focusing on my health. I want to start off with a life audit, figure out what realistically 3 goals are, write them out in star. Typically, I like to type things out because it's faster, but today I'm going to just do it by hand because I don't want to always look at a screen. Let's see where we are with time. I guess I put a little break. Wow, Sarah put a little break. It's crazy. I think I'm going to do my life audit and then step away, clean the shower, take my shower, and then come back and figure out the goals. Life audits are so helpful when everything feels important. By reflecting on each area, I realized only a few things actually matter right now: content, health, wedding planning, and some family stuff. Everything else can wait. Okay, it is finally time to shower. I'm so excited and so ready because I feel gross after working out, having my hair mask in, and cleaning the shower and the toilets. I'm just like, I'm ready to actually get clean. So let's jump in and I will see you in a bit. Finally getting clean felt amazing, especially after just cleaning the bathroom. Had to wash that grimy feeling off, but also just resetting myself physically before all the mental work. Getting clean, doing my skincare and hair, it just refreshes me for the day. My body feels taken care of, so now my brain can really focus. It's those little rituals that truly make a difference. Okay, it's 12:04, so I'm gonna make some lunch. We are kind of caught up to schedule. Question mark. I don't know how long my planning session after lunch will be. I slotted it for an hour and a half, and I don't know if that's really enough time since I just finished my life audit. I do need to do the goal planning, and that takes typically longer, but I'm gonna use lunch as a nice little break since I feel like we've already done so much today. It will be the first time I can kind of chill without feeling a little behind. After lunch, I just decided to wrap up tidying the room so it wasn't lingering on my mind while I'm doing goal setting. What I'm realizing from all this cleaning is I need to incorporate way more organization into my everyday life. I've always been messier than Carrick, but going forward, I'm going to be more intentional about putting things back where they belong. I think that will actually improve my life so much if I'm not constantly feeling like my environment is cluttered with a backlog of cleaning to do. All right, we are finally back to the planning session. I took a little bit of a detour and decided to switch things back around so I could finally spend the rest of my day sitting down, doing deep work, finishing my planning, working on my YouTube script, and then working on wedding planning. I just feel like sometimes it's hard switching between so many different things. Now that I've done my life audit, I'm going to write down and start to brainstorm where I want the next 2.5 months to go. I know it's going to be hard because there are holidays coming up. The end of the year always ends up collapsing on me. So what are the most important things I need to do to set myself up for success in 2026? That is the big question I'm going to answer for myself. From there, we're going to make sure that I have like an action plan in place. So yeah, let's work on doing that. All right, we are finally done. It took a bit of time because I did a whole brainstorming thing and then I finally synthesized it down into this sheet of goals. The first big one is actually one that I'm not going to share with y'all. It's related to my family and how I'm going to be supporting them over the next few months. Don't really want to get too much into that, but this will 100% be taking a big chunk of my time, which is why I've kind of tried to pare down some of my other goals. So I'll talk through the other ones. For content and my business, my goal is to post at least 2 YouTube videos per month and then also launch 2 digital templates. I feel like one of my key strengths and passions is to templatize and make processes for everything. And I want to share that with y'all. I did that for one of my career template guides and I got great feedback on it. So I think that's where I really want to grow my business. And I've designed so many for wedding planning. So those are the ones I think I'm going to focus on launching. For health and fitness, I'm going to continue with my goal of getting movement at least every single day. I will say I fell off when I got sick, but we are back on track starting with today. My goal is to have at least one tier 1 movement 5 times a week. So what I consider tier 1 is weightlifting, 30 minutes of doing a dance video or Pilates. Tier 2 can be stretching. It could be taking a long walk. And the reason I want to have that is because I really need flexibility in my life. And there are times that I'm going to need to prioritize that big first goal. I'm not going to be able to do a tier 1 movement and that's okay. Then in addition to that, I'm going to be doing 18/6 intermittent fasting. I just moved from 16/8 to an 18-hour fasting window, 6-hour eating window. And then to make sure that I'm still keeping inflammation down in my body, my goal is to do no coffee, no ultra processed foods, continue with my vitamins daily, and then reduce added sugar. On the day-to-day, I definitely feel like my energy has increased because of all of that. So want to keep that up. So that brings me into self-care. I am getting a really, really intense face lasering in November. And then my other goal is just to whiten my teeth every single week with the tight strip. So those should be easy for self-care. And then the last big one is our wedding is in May. I really want to get most of the things done, ready 99% of the way there. So once 2026 hits, everything that kind of comes through are things that need to kind of wait until the last minute, like seating chart or RSVPs, etc. Just so we are not running down the clock when May 2026 hits. And then we can focus on other things. I feel like those goals are doable. They're reasonable, especially because I am prioritizing another big goal that I cannot unfortunately share. I just don't feel comfortable doing so. But on top of that, like with holidays, all of these big things kind of collapsing on the end of the year, I feel like I just need to make sure that I am not overexerting myself and feeling extremely burnt out. So I feel good about these goals. It is 2:30 now. 2:30. Wow. Where has the day gone? I feel like I've done a lot, but simultaneously I'm like, oh my gosh, I just finished planning. Oh, actually, I was supposed to start YouTube script at 2:15, so we're only 15 minutes behind, but I'm going to actually push us a little bit further. I'm going to take Milo on a quick walk. I'm going to start writing my YouTube script at 3. My goal was just to get a general outline done. So I'll have 45 minutes to do that. All right, let's go. Is it walk time? Boop. Okay, I am officially done with writing my YouTube outline, which is really exciting. I feel really solid about this one. Tomorrow, I'll just tidy it up. I might be able to actually record my video on Wednesday, which will be phenomenal. So I feel like that was session well done. Definitely took me a little bit more time than I had planned, like everything on this list. I'm just gonna jump into wedding planning for the next 45 minutes. We have this absolutely massive to-do list. I'm the type of girl that needs literally every single step written out for me. It can't just be like book florist. It's like research florist, interview florist, send florist vision. So I want to show y'all. It's huge. All of the green is where we've already made progress. For today, I kind of just wanted to get some notes down for all of the open items that I had. We just saw our day of coordinator at our rentals appointment on Saturday, which was really exciting. So I had a huge list of miscellaneous things that I wanted to ask her. I'm also just going to check in with every single category and see what else we have on the list. But we are slowly cranking away. We have all our big vendors booked, which is exciting. A lot of it is like the nitty-gritty details, working on signage, all of that good stuff. I want to get those done by end of the year. We'll see how far we go. I'm feeling pretty good. Wedding planning has so many moving pieces and a million tiny decisions, which is exhausting. And when you already feel behind on everything else, it just gets overwhelming. This is exactly why I needed today's reset, getting everything clear and organized so I can actually tackle this big project. Anyway, today I'm working on designing our signage and our sip and solve. This is definitely the fun part of wedding planning. Less logistics, more creative stuff. This is so exciting. I love a good puzzle and a game, and I want our wedding cocktail hour to be fun. And I just love designing things. Like, if I could, and I can, I think it would be really fun to be an event planner. I don't know if I'm just saying that because I just love doing these things now for me, or if I'd love that as a career, but I'm having fun doing this, so. It's about 5:20, so let's make dinner. I've talked about this a bit recently, but we've been trying to eat at home a lot more because 1, saving money, and 2, to eat more whole foods. But cooking always used to feel like a chore, so more and more I've really tried to just slow down and enjoy it, make it more of a hobby and something that actually sparks joy in my life. I am gonna prep this huge yakisoba chicken stir-fry kit we got from Costco. Pretty good bang for your buck, I would say. 20 bucks for all of this. I feel like it could last us a few meals. Yeah. Okay, I am checking my list and I have basically done almost everything. I'm checking so many things off. The last thing I have is doing my nails. In addition to that, I need to throw on here, fold our laundry, which we had in the wash yesterday. I do want to create additional habits to track on my phone as part of prepping for the rest of the year. So I'm gonna do that right now. Yeah, very successful day, I would say. And it has officially been about 12 hours since I got out of bed. All right, there it is, all my habits that I'm tracking. And then right here, I can easily click onto that widget on my homepage. Yay. I love doing chores or my nails while watching TV. I feel like this way, Carrick and I can really enjoy our showtime together, but also get some stuff done. It's all about finding ways to make time for everything that you really want to do. So with that, we have checked off everything on my to-do list for today, which is crazy. It is 8:28, so we're gonna spend the next hour or so just hanging out and then getting ready for bed. But yeah, I would say very productive day. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one.